Well, greetings. Welcome back to Acadian Comics. I'm your host, James Fondren. I'm just going to say, what's interesting is what's great about the United States is that our one of our original exports in America is comics and comic book art. And, I was on a drawing jam with my teacher, Clayton Barton, and my other fellow students at the How to Draw Comics Academy last week. And I started breaking out. I've been traveling. I've been away from New York, but I broke out a short box and I just started pulling out some some David Finch comics from Image and Top Cow, and they couldn't believe wow, you have access to that. So there's other parts of the world where comics are not as readily available. So what I want to say about this is, we're really privileged in the United States that we can find these comics. Now, I'll say in New York, that especially in New York City, it's hard to find things that I like because by the time I get to Midtown or wherever, my local shop, it's kind of been stripped bare and you're kind of left with stuff that you don't want because there's such a demand. There's so many more people buying comics. But if you really want to find good comics, the mecca and kind of the Shangri-la, if you will, of comics is in the Smoky Mountains, North Carolina and Tennessee. I went to Smoky Mountain Flea Market, and boy oh boy, I went to two different ones. I went to one that I went to last time when I first got down here earlier in the fall, and then I talked to that guy. And here's what you got to understand: these guys who run these comic shops at these flea markets, they don't have brick and mortar stores. They don't even have an online presence. I asked them, do you have an eBay shop? Do you have this? Do you have that? No. So I asked for the guy's name. I asked for his phone number and his email address, and he gave it to me. And some of these guys only do regional shows. Now, this other guy at this Smoky Mountain Flea Market, which is it's in Sabreville. It's right next to the Buc-ee's in Sabreville, right after you get past Pigeon Forge. And this is going to be a long video, guys, so let me just take a sip of my coffee real quick. Oh, that's good. That hit the spot. So, they're not doing any online stuff. It's all, you kind of have to go and find it. And, God bless the flea market system. I mean, it's incredible. I'm finding kind of a time warp of stuff from the 90s that when I was a kid, I would have loved to have gotten my hands on. I was in my consciousness. I was aware of it, but I wasn't able to collect and get the books I wanted. So, without further ado, we're going to get right into my flea market finds. And this is going to be a long video because, I went to the first flea market, then I went to the second flea market, and the second flea market were dollar comics. And I bought a ton of dollar comics. So great deals. Most of them are winners, not all of them. Some of them are kind of eccentric, that I picked for eccentric reasons, but most of them are mainstream artists. We're talking about David Finch, Jason Fabok, Ethan Van Sciver, Rob Liefeld, Mark Silvestri. That was kind of what I was hunting for today. And I just mentioned Mark Silvestri, here is the black and white sketch cover of issue number 1 of Darkness, I think. Top Cow Classic, Mark Silvestri. Look at that. Look at that cover. And look, here's a certificate of the Darkness, black and white. See? Pretty cool, huh? So that's the sketch cover variant of it. And this is the Darkness. I think this is a foil cover of Darkness number 1. Check that out. Pretty cool, huh? And then I got Darkness number 1, the collector's editions. Mark Silvestri. I'm not showing that right. Or Mark Silvestri. And then I started seeing some Michael Turner stuff. So, Witchblade and Tomb Raider. Pretty cool. This is issue number 1 of Witchblade and Tomb Raider. And this was in Wizard Magazine all the time. And then I saw this. Mindhunter. Witchblade, Aliens, Darkness, Predator. This is Dark Horse Comics. Pretty cool, huh? Not Mark Silvestri, not Michael Turner, but still the characters are there. You know, here's number 2 of Mindhunter. And this cool crossover, you know. And here is 3 of 3 of Mindhunter. And I remember this. I remember specifically getting this in the comic shop. This special wizard. Or getting it actually like at a drugstore or Walmart. This was when I was at boarding school. We used to draw from this, and like, what year is this? This is the David Finch cover. It's a Tomb Raider special. Wizard magazine. Year 2000. 24 years ago, man. It's incredible. See? Michael Turner. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go back and read this. Look. And this is Mark Silvestri. But what I recommend is, like, there is a really great interview. Look, he's got his Dodge Viper here. Mark Silvestri. There's a really great interview. I remember trying to draw this version of Witchblade. And I remember trying to draw this. It's incredible. But there's a great interview when they just launched. Look, here's David Finch, Aphrodite 9. Yeah. David Finch, let's see. Oh, there's Gary Frank. Yeah. There's a really great interview with Mark Silvestri where they relaunched the recent iteration, the relaunch of Witchblade. And he talks about Michael Turner and how when Michael Turner first came to work with him, you know, he didn't use reference. And then he's like, here, use some reference. And boom, he started drawing better. Pretty cool. Andy Park shows you how to draw a Tomb Raider. I remember this. Like, this is what I've been looking for a long time. Like, this is great stuff. And we'll go more in depth on this, but like, this is all the Top Cow guys, you know. Look at this, you know. Wizard magazine was such a great publication. It was great for people who love comics and love to draw comics, but we'll get more into that and we'll dig deeper into this. I'll do a separate review just for that, because I've got a bunch of Wizard magazines that I have to go through, and for some reason I wasn't able to find any Wizard down here. But the guy who I bought from locally here, North Carolina, he had a couple Wizards with this lot that I got. So check this out. Unopened. First, Michael Turner, How to Draw Witchblade. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? There's a live-action TV show. Look, there's a free Fathom issue number 1 in here. So I'll leave this as like, I won't even open that, right? And look, I got 2 so I can open one and we can look through it. Look, here's another Wizard magazine of Witchblade. Silvestri, Turner, Hughes. This is a Mark Silvestri cover of Witchblade. Very hard to do, like, you know, this down-up perspective where you're looking up at her, and he could have, and the way her head's cocked down, it saved him a lot of trouble having to draw that chin out. So, you know, make it work smarter, not harder, you know? I mean, I might have to try to draw that, but that's, yeah, pretty cool. And then, here we go. Hollywood hits you can't miss. This is Wizard. May 99, issue 93, Wizard. And we'll do another one of this. So, I don't even know if, do I have this issue? Oh, I remember Altoids. Altoids used to always have, ads on the back of these. When I started buying them, it was Altoids. Okay. So basically, they just gave me these bags, right? And we're going to go through this. This is incredible stuff. So, for many years, like, my comic book collection was kind of messed up. And, you know, my dad, he bought me this copy of Fantastic Four, sort of this ghost cover. And it got wet before I started carrying and like putting them in bags and boards. But I thought, oh great, I can replace this copy. So that's a Fantastic Four there. Like a ghost cover. It's issue 371. So then these are all the dollar comics, by the way. We're into the dollar comics. So Rise of Midnight Suns, part 3 of 6, Morbius. Oh man, and you'll hear me sipping coffee from time to time. So, Uncanny X-Men. Look at Bishop, pretty sweet. Is this Jim Lee? It's issue 288. I gotta open it. I gotta see if this is Jim Lee. I think it's Jim Lee. Let's see. Is it Jim Lee? I can't tell. Jim Lee. Yep. This is all Jim Lee's art. See? Look at Bishop. This is like a lot for a lot of people. This is prime Jim Lee. This is the Jim Lee people love. Oh, I just bent that page. Look at that. Yeah, well, it was $1, so. Game Genie. Look at that. Game Genie. I remember Game Genie. And like I was looking, there's like a store, there's like a place not too far from where I am now in South Carolina where they have like vintage like game consoles and you can try them out. Like Nintendo 64 and all kinds of stuff. Pretty cool. Oh, this is 4 of 5. This is Joe Kubert's tour. Look at Joe Kubert. R.I.P. But I don't actually own this. I think this is the only Joe Kubert comic that I own. Yeah, I think this is the only Joe Kubert comic that I actually own. But yeah. Cool stuff. Clinton Cards and Comics. I'm looking at this. It says Clinton Cards and Comics. See, it probably doesn't even exist anymore. Yeah. But this guy at the flea market, he's telling me like he had a comic shop. They operated 7 days a week, and he was driving a truck for a living. Can you imagine that? I'm like, oh my god. Ravage 2099. Time to take out the trash. Horror at Hell Rock. Like, this is a great cover. This is great. I got a couple of Ravage 2099, so thought I'd pick up some more. And look, I got a Valiant Turok Dinosaur Hunter. This is a foil cover. Bart Sears. Bart Sears drew this. Bart Sears just recently did. Wait, did he drew it? His pencils? Yeah. Randy Elliott. Look at Turok. Bart Sears did a live stream with David Finch last week, and I watched some of it, and they drew Captain Atom. And if you check me out on Twitter, look, guys, for some reason I had like 258 followers on Twitter, and now I've got like 48 followers on Twitter, so I think most of them are probably bots. So if you're watching these videos, go over to Twitter and check out the links that I share there. Because I would like to kind of grow my social media presence on Twitter as well. But I posted a link for that video on YouTube for that live stream. But issue number 1 of Turok Dinosaur Hunter through Valiant. Pretty cool, huh? All right. And then this is She number 2. It's Billy Tucci's She number 2. Way of the Warrior number 2. I've got She number 1. Here's She number 2. Look at that. She. Billy Tucci. Look at the Queensboro Bridge. Look at that. New York City. Oh, here's some pinups of She. This is all part of the bad girl revolution, right? You know, you start talking about, I put Billy Tucci first, and then you start talking about Michael Turner, Mark Silvestri. Mark Silvestri drew some She. You know, I've got some, I think I have some Mark Silvestri She stuff in here. Pretty cool. Look how he put the fan work in here. She number 2, Crusade Comics. Billy Tucci's still doing it. Still Making She. I think he's got a new She book out on Kickstarter. We got Jason Fabok's Batman Detectives, New 52. And here's Evangeline in Glory, #1. Hold on a second. And this is a foil cover. Look at this. Pretty cool. Is this, I think I know who this is. Hold on, let me just make sure. Hold on. Oh. I see what they did. Oh wow, it's beautiful, yeah. John Stensman. Okay. Cool. Very cool. I'm gonna put this back in the bag. Look at that foil cover though. Isn't that cool? Hope you're. Did you see that? Were you able to see it? Like, see? There's the art. Okay. Yeah, I've got some new bags and boards. After the video, I'm gonna replace the old ones. I try to get that stuff kind of, you know, kind of fixed up a little bit. All right. Yeah, I like to replace that stuff. It gets kind of musky. I thought this was cool. Like, this is Spirits of Vengeance. These are the Spirits of Vengeance. Pathetic. War at the Gates of Hell. Look at Blade. He's got his ass is kicked. And Ghost Rider, he's up by the neck. This reminds me of like John Malin's style. Like the way this figure is. Like it reminds me of his godlike a little bit. Let's take a look. Interesting. I don't know this artist. It's David Baldion? Dan Mora? Dan Mora, yeah. Maybe did Dan Mora do one of the covers for Godlike? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah. Pretty cool. But yeah, this reminds me of sort of like that style, you know. Certain aesthetic. Like I said, this is going to be a long video. A long one. Taking my time, going through it. Picked up a copy of Cable. Cable #1, actually. This is Cable #1. Is this Rob Liefeld or Jim Lee? I think this is, hold on. Who is it? This is Cable, Rocks and Waves. Fabian Nicia. Oh, and RT Bear. No, this is RT Bear. Another comic skate artist. See? Pretty cool. Cable #1. That's art. I guess did RT Bear do the cover? I don't know, but it's got full. It's pretty good. Yeah. RT Bear. Cable #1. All right. And it's a Jim Lee X-Men Extinction Agenda Part 1. Jeff Johns, Ethan Van Sciver, more comic skate. Green Lantern Rebirth. I actually have a signed copy of this, but I'll ask him to sign this one too. Maybe I'll have him sign it and I'll give it to him. It's like, here, Ethan, I already have this, but you take it. I think I have the free, I have like the free Comics Day version of this, so I'll get him to re-sign this. Next Garden State Comic Fest if he goes next year. Issue #3. Unholy Trinity. More Ethan Van Sciver. Green Lantern Rebirth. Oh look, issue number 4. Green Lantern Rage and Revelations. Another cover by Ethan Van Sciver and drawn by Ethan Van Sciver. Medieval Spawn Witchblade. Pretty cool, huh? Here's another variant cover. Green Lantern Rebirth. Ethan Van Sciver. And then he was going to do Blackest Night. This is the first issue. But look, they wrote thanks Ethan 09. Did he? Oh, and I think the backstory on this, and you can watch at Comic Artist Pro Secrets, but the backstory is that he wanted to do this, but I think he was doing Flash. So he couldn't do this. He was on Flash by that time, I believe. I could be wrong about that. Someone correct the lore if necessary, if I'm not right on that. Here is Uncanny X-Men. Feature Zero Bitter Victory, guest starring Freedom Force. And this is, it's Mark Silvestri, his art. This is from the 80s probably. Forever Evil, number 7. And you'll see these out of order. This is David Finch. New 52. It's all New 52 stuff, you know. Forever Evil, number 6. More David Finch. Now this was pretty cool. The official adaptation of Return of the Jedi. Check that out. Pretty cool. And then this, did I go through already? I have got, wait, there's more. I have part 1 of Spider-Man Revenge of the Sinister Six. It's the whole lot right here. Pretty cool. All the floppies here. See? Cool. And what typically happens at these flea markets is if you buy a bunch of comics, they'll just say, okay, how about we just do whatever, flat, and then you're like, okay, yeah, let's do flat. That works for me. And then you kind of go from there. All right, wait, folks, there's more. Forever Evil number 5. Jeff Johns, David Finch. Forever Evil number 4, David Finch. Jeff Johns. Forever Evil number 3, David Finch. Doing the covers and the art, interiors. Here is number 2, David Finch. Forever Evil number 2. And then, okay, so here's the eccentric, right? This is Mr. Now Comics, double-sized issue. Mr. T and the Force. Okay, I gotta open this one. I mean, I'm just curious. I am curious. Oh yeah, see, Now Comics, they did Married with Children. So I have some of those Married with Children comics. Well, where's the title? All right. Writers, breakdowns. I guess breakdowns, Todd Fox breakdowns. I guess that means like layouts. Finishes, Emir Ribeiro. That's weird. Doesn't say who the actual, breakdown. So who drew the interiors on this? Interesting. Okay, doesn't really matter. I just thought, this is interesting. Double-sized issue, Mr. T. I pity the fool. I pity the fool. All right, what's next? Forever Evil number 1. Check it out. David Finch, Jeff Johns. And we have Uncanny X-Men. I think this is, let's see, is this Mark Silvestri? Hold on. Is it? Oh, I like the crack of the X-Men there. Chris Claremont, John Romita Jr. No, it's John Romita Jr. See? Look how they silhouette Logan here, and it's got the, see that? That's pretty cool. All right, Cyclops is underwater, drowning underwater. That's 1983. 1983. Okay. All right, moving along now. Detective Comics, Batman, 682. Chris Nolan, Chuck Dixon writing Batman. It's got sort of a, what is that called, lenticular, or it's sort of like a raised cover to it. See? Justice League America Rebirth. I just thought it was a cool cover. #1. Green Lantern Rebirth. More Ethan Van Sciver. It's Sinestro. This is a cover by Ethan Van Sciver, #5. I almost have that whole set, I guess. I just don't have, I mean, I'm missing, what, issue 2, I think? Captain Atom. I mainly picked this up because this is what Bart Sears and David Finch drew last week on that live stream. Figure Captain Atom. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Tomb Raider. Yeah. Is this, okay. Yeah, this is Kai Avery. Okay, different artist. Cool, I'm going to check that out. Look what I got. Pit #1. Dale Keown. Image Comics. 30 Days of Night. Issue #1, IDW, 30 Days of Night. I've never read it before. I'll check that out. Bottled Light Part 1. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. Ethan Van Sciver. See? Ultimate X-Men. I guess it's Brian Michael Bendis and David Finch. Issue 43. Pretty cool. Look at this. Youngblood. This is Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld here. In the final battle. You see his signature right there. Detective Comics. Another Chris Nolan, Chuck Dixon. This is 688. And then I got actually several of these. Do I have them in order? Let's see. Hold on. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man. So I have Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. And like who wrote Chris Claremont. I can't believe I can't say Chris Claremont. This is Chris Claremont is the writer, and Alan Milgram is the artist. So that's Kitty Pryde and Wolverine #1. Kitty Pryde and Wolverine #2. I like this cover. It's a little torn, but that's okay. $1, guys. It's $1. These are dollar comics. Kitty Pryde and Wolverine #3. This is actually, I like this cover. It's pretty cool. #4, Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. And then #5. I didn't see #6 there, so if I get #6, it'll complete the set. Barry Windsor Smith's Rune. Prototype. Jurassic Park. Look, remember Pogs? Skycaps, or aka Pogs? Everybody collected Pogs in elementary school. Everybody. Yeah. Ravage 2099. How can one man hope to win against the mighty Mutroids? Snake Plissken Chronicles, CrossGen Comics, Hurricane Entertainment issue number 1. Snake, I've been looking, this is pretty cool. Snake Plissken comic. I'm actually going to read this. But CrossGen's oh, that's a cool one-page spread. Hold on. Yeah. You from Jersey? Which exit wound? That's great. Snake Plissken Chronicles. John Carpenter's Snake Plissken Chronicles. Vision and the Scarlet Witch. Yeah. I thought it was a cool cover, so I got it. $1. $1. Cyber City. US manga. $1. And then Spider-Man manga. I have another Spider-Man manga book, so I thought, oh, I'll get this one. This is 11. Spider-Man manga. And then this, last but not least, this is a Peter Parker Spider-Man issue that I had growing up, and I wanted a better copy of it. So this is Peter Parker Spider-Man -1. Pretty cool. Well, that's it, everybody. That wraps it up for this video, flea market finds, and it's been awesome. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you right here next time at Acadian Comics.